What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. This time, we're talking about Jumanji, The Next Level. Just got back from the theater not too long ago. And yo, guys, this movie was actually a lot better than I originally expected. Like, the first movie that came out, like, what, a year ago? 2 years ago? Was really fucking good. Really fucking good. A big, huge surprise for a lot of us, I assume. Because, you know, I was just like, oh, you know, new Jumanji, fucking The Rock, and Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Jimmy Good. You know, when I watched it, you guys saw my review of it. If you guys saw it about 2 years ago, also love that movie. But this one here, yo, this movie was fucking awesome, man. Like, yo, this one was definitely a lot better than the first one, mostly coming down to its comedy. And there is one reason for that in particular, which we'll get to that in a second. So, of course, let us talk about the movie. So, of course, the movie is directed once again by Jake Kassan and stars The Rock, Karen Gillan, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Danny DeVito, I'm not going to try to pronounce that Asian chick's name, Nick Jonah, and my man, Danny Glover. Oh, yes, Danny Glover. We will talk about Danny Glover in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, and the ostrich. So, and the plot of Jumanji is, of course, takes place after the events of the first movie. Spencer, he goes back into Jumanji. He's not really feeling so good about life, you know. So, which we'll talk more about the plot in a second, because I actually dug the story for what it was. It was actually a lot better than I expected it. And, you know, he goes back to Jumanji. His friends come in there to help out, as well as his grandpa, who's played by Danny DeVito, and of course his ex-best friend, partner in crime, who's played by Danny Glover. So, what did I like about the movie? Of course, obviously the cast. The Rock was awesome. He is now, since he's no longer played by, what was the dude's name? Alex DeWolf, I think his name was. Man, that kid he got fucking screwed over for Hereditary, man. I'm still pissed off. Yeah, Alex Wolff, man. That was some bullshit. They didn't get nominated for Hereditary, man. That man deserved an Oscar for Hereditary, but we ain't gonna talk. You guys already know how pissed off I was about that. When they announced the Oscars last year, the nominees, man, you all know your boy was pissed off at that. But anyway, so yeah, he was great. So now he's not playing by that; he's played by Danny DeVito, and it was fantastic hearing the Rock, because like Dwayne even also like changes his voice a bit to match Danny's accent, and it was just awesome to watch, man. It was just always like, what the hell is this? And he's like, are we in a game? What we're in a video game? And he's just like, and you got this old guy who's never played a video game for that. And if he has probably nothing better than like a fucking Atari, you know, or maybe the NES if we're lucky, you know. And, you know, like of course there's all the jokes about gaming tropes, references like the bridges, which I'm pretty sure is a reference to Mario, which is gearing myself, you guys know I love that shit. I found that actually quite humorous. I like those gaming, like, you know, references, and like, you know, stuff about NPC, like, welcome to Jumanji, you know, stuff like that. I love that kind of. I can understand if it got on people's nerves a bit, but for me personally, I love that shit. So yeah, The Rock was once again fucking fantastic. Kevin Hart in this movie was absolutely fantastic. Like, now, if there was one thing that I think a lot that I mentioned in my review, and I think a lot of people also kind of mentioned, was Kevin Hart's character in the first movie, because everybody else in the movies, at least with guys like Jack Black and The Rock, they were like playing different characters that you don't usually see from them. Like, you know, The Rock back in the first movie was playing pretty much a fucking nerd. He was playing a fucking nerd. You know, like a guy that has nothing that's not like The Rock. He isn't cool like The Rock. He doesn't have the intensity of The Rock, or that smoldering intensity like The Rock. He is not The Rock. He is not the people's champion. Bring it, you know, is not The Rock. So, of course, having him play that in the first movie was great to see The Rock not play himself for once, you know, and just see him kind of go somewhere in the completely different spectrum in that case. And then, you know, Jack Black, he was pretty much, you know, high pitching his voice, sound like a girl. Kevin Hart, he was just Kevin Hart, like, I don't have the first 2 feet in my body, you know, loud, doing his usual Kevin Hart. Yo, stop. Here, instead of him being loud and being like, oh my God, where is everything? You know, instead he's like, yes, the ostrich, because he is played by Danny Glover. And if you guys know Danny Glover, you guys know that he is very soft-spoken. Well, not soft-spoken, but he talks very slowly and has a nice, deep, black voice. Yeah, so of course Kevin Hart has to end with that, and just hearing him be like, yes, the ostrich, what a majestic creature it is. Did you know that the ostrich is a flightless bird, and it can go up to 45 miles per hour, which means it is the fastest two-legged animal ever. And just other fun facts like that, man. Just the way he just tells like, yes, my nephew, like him just like talking really slow, just kind of being the exact opposite of what he is, was awesome. There was also some race jokes thrown in there, which I love. I love good race jokes. Like the black dude that I believe the black dude, Sir Darius Blaine, who plays Anthony, dude's like, I need to stop hanging around white people. And there was also this other one where he's with Jack Lemmon. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but he was great. I love me some good race jokes, but that's just me. So yeah, the comedy was on point for this movie, and of course Jack Black is great Jack Black, and Danny DeVito was also fucking awesome to watch. Once we see him like right before he transforms and he's like, and they'll be like, I don't need your help, and he just had hip surgery, and he's just struggling to stay up. It's fucking hilarious to watch, man. Fucking hilarious to watch. The music was also really good. I already mentioned before how much I love the gaming references in the movie. One other thing I did like was actually the plot. Now, I'm going to go into some minor spoilers here for a little bit. So, if you haven't seen the movie already and you don't want to get spoiled, just skip ahead on the review, or just, if you want to know if I recommend you guys check the movie out, yes, I do. So, you can either click on the video, come back once you see it, and finish it. But anyway. So, one thing I liked was with Alex's character, or, Spencer's character, excuse me, because in the movie, he is kind of like, he's like pretty much out of high school at this point, and he has those typical things that a lot of people around his age like me, who's someone I can kind of relate to him as well, which is why I ended up liking the plot. It wasn't like any spectacular or anything, but, from what I was expecting this movie, to have it have some, I guess, nuance to it, some more meat to its bones, it trying to tell, having some other side stuff to, relate to like some more real life stuff, was actually it was a nice pleasant surprise, at the very least, for me at least. Like he's nervous, he sees how his girlfriend is doing, she's living her life while the dude is out there, working at some grocery store in New York, putting in fucking toothpaste, the exact opposite of what his girlfriend is. They having like a little, they're having a little thing going on right now, and he's just very insecure about what to do with life, and he wishes he was back in his high school days where he was a senior. Everything seemed good, which trust me, your boy wishes he was still that I was like back to like 2018, or I was in high school, my last year of high school. I had all the time in the world, had so much free time on my hands. I could watch anime, play video games, and do my YouTube channel. I didn't really have to worry about time constraints or anything. Man, I miss those days. But of course I don't have that same luxury as much as I do now. I'm now 20 years old, and I'm like, fuck. Shit, I'm adult now, and I gotta do adult shit. I gotta do adult shit. And, we're getting to that time, So I can relate to that. And there's also some stuff between Danny DeVito and Danny Glover's characters, and their relationship was also pretty good. I mean, it's nothing like, oh, yes, this ain't hitting you, gonna be hitting you like Hero Walker Season 4, Episode 13, It ain't like that. But it was a nice little present surprise to add some extra emotion to the film. And I really enjoyed it. Now, as far as problems for the movie are, it's, really, that this movie is nothing really that special. Like, the characters are all very one-dimensional, which, you don't really expect these to be three-dimensional characters. And they did good for what they were. If there's one problem I did have, it's another minor spoiler, but around the end of the movie, they ended up like, there's where characters ended up getting like switched around a little bit, and I kind of wish they kept with the characters they had from the Star movie all the way throughout. But now I get why they changed it. I get why, but I still kind of wish they kept it, the way it worked, because I was loving these like, these switcheroos that we had throughout a majority of the film. But that's just me. So, let me give you guys my final verdict and we'll end the video. So overall, I'm going to give Jumanji: The Next Level a 9.5 out of 10, guys. If you guys have not seen Jumanji, if you guys haven't seen the movie for whatever reason, definitely I can recommend you guys go check it out if you haven't already. It's definitely probably better than watching like The Grudge, the new Grudge movie, which I was actually thinking about watching, and then I saw Jumanji was also out there. I was like, I mean, I haven't really heard great stuff about The Grudge. Jumanji's pretty good. The movie first one's pretty good, so I ended up deciding to go with Jumanji instead. And I guess I definitely made the right choice in that one, guys. So yeah, definitely recommend you guys check this movie out if you haven't already. If you liked the first movie, you'll definitely like this one. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, flag, links in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.